Hello and welcome to Odyssey Motorsport TV's first ever Wounded Warrior Project charity race. I'm so excited that we are able to host this event. A huge thanks to all our donors, drivers, and sponsors for helping put this together. We are in the GR86s at Virginia International Raceway. I am TJ Yankee, and beside me in the broadcast booth, as always, is LaShawn Young-Dilworth. How are we doing on this fine Saturday night, Els?
This fine Saturday, TJ, we're doing good. We done did a thing. And man, I'm excited to be here and proud to be here. I'm also a veteran. I know you're a military family member as well. So we both have heart into this. So I'm feeling good. I know you're feeling good, TJ. How are we?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm just absolutely stoked to be here tonight. We've been promoting this race for over a month now. It's finally here. GR86 is at VIR in a damage-free 30-minute sprint for charity. Els, if you told me 6 months ago I'd be able to support something as awesome as this for as great of a cause as the Wounded Warrior Project with our shared obsession with racing, I probably would have told you you're losing your grip on reality. But here we are, sharing our hobby with the world and helping out those in need at the same time. We have an action-packed evening for you tonight. Let's take a look at a video showing you all that the Wounded Warrior Project does for veterans, service members, and their families.
Wounded Warrior Project has made a promise to stand by warriors for a lifetime. Thanks to the support of our grateful nation, we delivered critical programs and services this past year that made a real difference in the lives of those who serve. In 2025, we reached more veterans and their families than ever before. We strengthened our advocacy efforts, championing policies that improve the lives of veterans and their families. We help them heal, mind, body, and soul.
With Wounded Warrior Project's help, it's possible to live again, to find purpose and meaning in your life, and be able to share that with your loved ones and the community and other warriors.
We provided valuable connections that changed and saved lives. Through their determination and our support, we reached new heights. Together, we've made incredible progress. As we celebrate 250 years of American courage and resilience, we remain more committed than ever to keep our promise, to leave no warrior behind, and to help them thrive for a lifetime.
That's so awesome, and we are doing our small part. Our original donation goal was $100, so $5 per driver with the hopes of 20 drivers signing up. We smashed that goal almost immediately, as most of the drivers donated way more than that, and now we're well over 500, 670 as of right before the race. A huge thanks to all the drivers and all of you that have donated to make this such a successful fundraiser tonight. So thank you again. But let's move on to tonight's race and the event in general. Tonight we have the Toyota GR86 car in a fixed setup with no damage for a 30-minute sprint around the beautiful Virginia International Raceway full circuit. The 3.27-mile course has 17 turns and a crazy amount of elevation changes. Corners of note are Oak Tree, the roller coaster complex, and Hog Pen. All combined for a glorious romp around in a race car. I love the circuit as a driver. Ellis, how do you feel about VIR? I already know that you love the GR86.
Oh, let's talk about the GR86 because I love the GR86, TJ. The GR86 is my favorite. It's my baby. And VIR is where the baby comes to shine. I mean, we got the roller coaster, which is a great passing opportunity. We have hairpins. We got fast left-hand corners into three. I mean, it's a great track all the way around. We got the long straight, back straight, which is also great for drafting, and the front straight, which is also great for drafting. Plenty of opportunities to pass. We're going to see some close racing. The GR86s are always close. That's the reason why I love them. That's the only reason why. And they look cool. They look cool. They look cute. But definitely my favorite track and car combination. So thanks for that, TJ. I think that was your suggestion.
Yeah, well, I wanted it to be a included track and car combo, and I thought nothing better than the GR86s at VIR. I love the GR myself. It's the perfect combination of handling and speed. I like the GT4 too, but it takes a little more, I would say, guts to get around this circuit quickly in the GT4. The roller coaster, that's one of my favorite sections on this course. But let's talk about some of the special things for the event tonight. We have medals for our top 3 that will be shipped out later this week. All drivers will get a certificate of participation with their name and placement. And after the race, we're going to have a livery contest. So that person will receive a Wounded Warrior gift after the race. As Els pointed out, that's going to be a Wounded Warrior cooler that Wounded Warrior is providing for our donation level. So super awesome about that. Roush Performance Products has come on as a sponsor and has provided an awesome care package for our top 10 finishers. This is a great time to mention our sponsor, Roush Performance Products. Off the track, Roush entrepreneurial influence extends globally through Roush Enterprises, a visionary entity that serves as a leading supplier of automotive product development and services. With facilities strategically positioned across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Roush Enterprises collaborates with some of the world's most dynamic industries, including defense, entertainment, motorsports, and more. Roush Performance, the art of performance engineering. Huge thanks to Roush for coming on for that. Let's take a look at onboard. We're going to take you through a guided onboard lap of VIR in the Odyssey Motorsports GT TV GR86. I'm not seeing that onboard video come up. So we're going to jump to one of our drivers and try to get on board from them. Yeah, that onboard video is not coming up.
Well, let's just talk about the track, TJ.
Absolutely.
So
we see here Drake Smith. He's coming across the start-finish line right now. He's going to start by going into a right-hander at turn 1. Pretty sharp right-hander, or he might be done with qualifying. Yes, he is. But go ahead. Let's talk about the track, Alice. Go ahead.
You know what, TJ? We're going to figure out this track someday or another. These guys know the track. We got turn 1, which is called a horseshoe. It's actually a hairpin going into turn 2, which is a slight bend. Going into turn 3, which is a slight left-hander, which is actually pretty fast. Then it goes into the left hook, which is 4, and then 5 and 5A, which is kind of like a squiggly low S's part, into 6 and 6A, which is also called the snake, that goes all the way out to 7, 8, and 9, which is called the S's, into the south bend, which is a left-hander, which is actually one of the most difficult corners on the track, into 11 and 12, which is called the oak tree, which is also one of the most difficult corners of the track. It's actually a sweeper right-hander hairpin trail braking late apex type of corner, then to the back straight. And we're going to be doing that for a good little while until we hit 14 and 14A into the roller coaster. That's called 15, 16, and 17, which is both left-handers into a right-hander, which they call the hog pin, which is 17 and 17A, which is also very difficult. It's a jump damn near. And you got to be very precise through there, back on the front straight to the start-finish line.
All right, well, our drivers are ready to start here. We're going to jump over to our grid. I'm going to read off the grid for you guys tonight. Josh Soto is going to start on pole with a 2:03.902. That's pole position for Josh Soto. Drake Smith, Heartland Autosport, just behind him in second place. Third place, David Barkley. Fourth place, Kyle Robertson. Fifth place, Jeffrey Davis. Sixth place, Avery Dickinson. Seventh place, Jonathan Hartman. Eighth place, Jake Van Hees. Ninth place, Byron Hayes. 10th place, John Santoro. 11th place, Dennis Daniel. 12th place, Dakota Knapp. Moving on. 13th place, Tony Allison Jr. 14th place, Zach Lewis. 15th place, Michael Jamender. 16th place, Brad Jorgensen. 17th place, Devin Mayfield. 18th, Nelson Escobar. 19th, Kobe Brooks. 20th, Brandon Berg. 21st, Ishan Ambasta. 22nd, Zachary Crabtree. 23rd, LaShawn Young Dilworth. He's actually just in the session to be able to talk to the drivers. 24th, Oliver Brooks. And I think that is our full field for tonight. 23 drivers in this race tonight. Absolutely fantastic to see that, as each one of them made a donation to the Wounded Warrior to be a part of this race. Huge thanks to them, and we're looking forward to a heck of a romp around Virginia International Raceway in the Toyota GR86. Els, what do you think's going to be the big passing place on this track tonight?
Well, the first corner seems to be the most opportunistic. I can't say that word. Opportunistic corner there is. The first corner is a hairpin, almost, I would say a wide hairpin. It's not very tight, and it's good for a pass because the braking zone is straight and you got a nice low right hander. I think that would be the best place to pass, in my opinion. TJ, what do you think?
Yeah, well, at turn one is definitely going to be a good place to pass. It is really easy if you brake a little too late in that to wash out to the left-hand side and lose a ton of speed and a ton of time, especially with these cars being momentum cars. So you got to keep up the speed through the corners to keep your lap times down. And then I would say into Hogpen, which if you look at the track map on the right, top right of your screen, that's going to be the far right hairpin. Getting a good exit out of that is going to determine whether or not you get a good run coming out of that all the way up that long straight up into the roller coaster complex. So drafting is a huge factor with these cars. So getting a great exit out of Hogpen, it's going to be absolutely paramount in being able to get an overtake or to be able to defend. You got to get a good exit so that the guy behind you doesn't sneak up on you and utilize the draft going up to the roller coaster.
Absolutely, TJ. It's slight correction, TJ. I think you meant the oak tree before the back straight.
Yep.
Is that
Hog
what you
pen?
meant?
Yeah, that is true. Oak tree is that the top right. A hog pen will be the last corner on to the front straight. You're correct.
Actually, the hog pen, if you hit the hog pen correctly, you'll get a better exit into turn one. So you are still technically very right.
Yeah, wrong corner name, but still the correct kind of sentiment coming out of some of these corners. We got a full parade lap tonight. I just want a huge thanks to the Kansas City Racing League. A bunch of guys from that league are a part of our race tonight. Drive Trainer Motorsport, a bunch of guys there as well. Savage Sin Racing, a bunch of guys from there as well. Real awesome group of people here. Really excited to see them go around this track, and no damage, no pit stops, just pure racing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to have a heck of a fight up at the front with Josh Soto, Drake Smith, David Barkley, Kyle Robertson, Ian, and Jeffrey Davis, your top five. Avery Dickinson, pretty darn quick as well. We know most of these guys from different leagues and discords that we're in, and in even some leagues that we broadcast. So there's some quality drivers in here tonight. I think we're gonna see some fireworks here at Virginia International Raceway. Els, who you got your money on?
I got my money on Jeffrey Davis, man. He's one of Odyssey's new drivers and representing Drive Trainer Motorsport at the same time in the green and red livery. If you could see him in fifth place, I think he might do some work. He has been talking, so we're gonna see.
Absolutely. I know Jeffrey is very quick, but he's going to have a mistake-free drive. As like I said, some of those top drivers, Josh Soto, Drake Smith, David Barkley, Kyle Robertson, all very quick. Few mistakes from that group. Jeffrey has all the tools in his tool chest to come into first place, but we'll see what happens as we are getting ready to see that pace car dive in, and then we're going to be green flag racing for 30 minutes around Virginia International Raceway for the Odyssey Motorsport TV Wounded Warrior Project charity race. The first one. We're hoping to do more of these in the future, but this is going to be the first one. You see the pace car diving in, and we're gridded up and we're ready to go. I think not quite yet. Holding up Josh Soto, holding up the pack here. He has the throttle. Whenever he goes is when the rest of the cars go. Green flag's out. We are away racing here at the Wounded Warrior Project charity race with Odyssey Motorsports TV. Here we go into turn one. Josh Soto leads the pack. Look at that pack of cars. Couple, 3 wide, 4 wide. Are we going to be able to keep it clean? So far, that's a yes. Maybe a little bit of rubbing in the back.
Very good looking field here, TJ.
Absolutely. Kyle Robertson holding off third place with David Barkley fighting him in that purple GR, DLB Precision GR 86.
And it looks like the front three are starting to, or the front two are starting to get away.
Yeah, Josh Soto, Drake Smith pulling away from the rest of the group as Kyle Robertson was defending a little bit, so he lost a little bit of speed. Heading through those S's for the first time, heading up to Oak Tree, which is going to be that hard double right-hander onto the long back straight. And here that is. Let's see Josh leading the way, Drake Smith.
Oh, got a swirly car back there. I think that is Jeffrey Davis.
All right, here we go. We're heading up to the roller coaster for the first time. As you can see, the elevation changes around here very, very large. So going into this roller coaster it's going to be kind of blind for these drivers. As you can see them start to go up the hill there. No drama at all. Kyle Robertson closing in the gap with David Barkley right behind him. And look at that top, I would say top 12. All within a second of each other.
The entire top 12? Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff from these drivers here.
Right now, so our first lap of the Wounded Warrior Project charity race is done. Joshua Soto leading the pack. Drake Smith second place. Kyle Robertson third place. David Barkley is fourth place. Jeffrey Davis rounds out your top 5. Avery Dickinson in sixth place, trying to reel in Jeffrey Davis, who's ahead of him. Oh, a couple cars going wide there, but keeping it pointed in the correct direction. And it should only take L's of what, a lap or two for these cars, the tires to get up to temperature, so they should be able to push relatively quick.
Actually, TJ, I believe it might even be less than that. Usually about half a lap, you're about ready to go in these cars, I would think.
Yep, iRacing is a simulation, so a lot of the GT3 cars, prototype cars, they take a couple laps for the brakes and the tires to get up to temperature, just like in real life. But these GR86 cars are a little more quick out of the box, if you will. And the tires do come up to temperature relatively quick. Josh Soto still leading the way here, but Drake Smith still hot on his heels. Look at that front train of cars. Everyone getting the draft off of one another.
Look at that. They are bumper to bumper.
A little bit of bump drafting
into roller coaster.
Going into the roller coaster here. This is what we like to see here. Close racing. Got David Barkley right behind Kyle Robertson here as well. Jeffrey Davis right behind him.
Now, we're still very early into the race, so that's probably the reason why we're not seeing many overtakes. These guys are probably thinking about when they should hold off till.
And as soon as you say that, he's taking a look up the inside into turn 1 is Jeffrey Davis. He's going to get the move, but David Barkley's going to do the switchback and take the position back. But now he's going to be under attack from Avery Dickinson. Well, they slide back in single file there, but brave move from Jeffrey Davis into turn 1 to try to take position, just as we were saying that everyone was kind of settling in and probably going to wait for the best time to make a move. But as you said before the race, into turn 1 is where the move was attempted.
Now, I'm telling you, Jeffrey Davis is a good driver. And we got good drivers all the way throughout the entire field. But I know he likes to bite in these corners. So we're going to see something as they're going too wide into the Oak Tree. Kyle Robertson, or almost too wide.
Yeah,
and Dave Barkley.
Yeah, Kyle Robertson going on the defensive as Drake Smith has taken Josh Soto. I don't know how we missed that. Just real quick, we're going to look at that really fast. He just dove up the inside. What a move from Drake Smith as he's now in the lead. We're going to jump back to our racers live. As Drake leads them into the roller coaster with Josh Soto hot on his heels.
Well, I tell you what, TJ, and I love to tell you what, TJ.
You do.
Seeing the American flag on the front is not a bad thing to see. So shout out Drake Smith for the American flag livery, showing love in the front of the field.
Absolutely. Josh Soto with that warbird looking livery right behind him, looking pretty good as well.
Definitely good looking liveries. We're going to have a livery contest afterwards, so please stick around. We're going to be taking a look at the patriotism of these drivers, and the theme is obviously veterans, and he's going to take a look up the inside. Oh no,
Avery Dickinson gets sideways. Not sure if there was contact there, but he gets back going. As we said, no damage. We wanted to make it so that if there was some sort of turn one incident or multiple cars hitting each other, they could continue racing without having to jump to the pits. But Avery Dickinson is going to drop back quite a ways there, all the way back to 13th after getting sideways. I think that was turn 3 or 4. These guys really pushing one another here. Let me tell you, Drake Smith under attack from Josh Soto. He's going to want that first place back. Let's see if he makes a move going into the roller coaster or if he waits until turn 1.
I'll tell you what, TJ. Kyle Robertson is another one we need to look out for. He's in 3rd position right now. He's a racecraft king as far as I know. And that's what I'm going to call him. The Jamaican Robertson is in 3rd place. Now on the back end of Joshua Soto. I believe he also may be showing some good pace and some good racecraft during this race here, TJ. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle Robertson from Drivetrainer Motorsport definitely won to podium all the time. Very quick, good racecraft. Knows when to be patient and when to put the attacking move on. Josh Soto bump drafting Drake Smith going up towards turn 1.
It looks like Jeffrey Davis is going to take a look, but not being able to make it stick around David Barkley, excuse me.
Yeah, Jonathan Hartman joining this front group of cars as well. That's who's behind Jeffrey Davis in 6th position.
Now, I've also raced with Jonathan Hartman. He's also a very good driver. I think he's from the Sin City League, where he runs GRs, I believe. I haven't been able to race with him much lately, but I remember that they were putting pressure on me about 4 months ago, and they were really fast. So shout out Jonathan Hartman for donating and showing his skills here tonight.
Absolutely. Pretty much everyone in this top group is in the top percentage. David Barkley goes a little wide there, and I think Jeffrey Davis here is going to make a move on the outside. Oh, David Barkley's going to get the better of it going on the inside, going through Oak Tree here, but now they're side by side heading up towards the roller coaster.
Jonathan Hartman?
Exactly. Who's he going to follow? Looks like he's going after Barkley. A little bit of a bump draft will get him ahead. Oh, here we go. This is going to be hairy. Oh, Jeffrey's going to edge him out for the first part of the roller coaster.
Around the outside?
Still side by side. Heading over towards Hogpen. And he gets the move done. What a move from him. What a great racing from all 3 of these drivers. Oh, David goes a little wide on the final corner there. As
Now,
long as,
TJ,
as long as you can stay within a second, you can get the draft and get back up to the cars in front. So he's not out of it just yet.
Now, TJ, the adjective that you used was very much descriptive and very much accurate at the same time. These guys are getting pretty hairy.
Well, I knew it was going to be hairy going into the roller coaster. That's a full commit corner with these cars, and to go side by side through it is tough. So props to all three of them for keeping it together. Unfortunate for David Barkley to go wide in that final corner.
But Jeffrey Davis making the move on the outside is not something you see in that particular corner all the
Definitely
time.
not.
That was a move to remember, as he's in fourth place on the back of Kyle Robertson now, with Jonathan Hartman steady sniffing that bumper.
Yep, and we are 11 and a half minutes into this 30-minute sprint race around Virginia International Raceway. So just a third of the way through. So still time, as you can see, anyone that has one small misstep. David Barkley goes wide, he loses 2 positions. That could happen to any one of these drivers at any time. So it's going to be how precise can you be, how few mistakes can you make.
And we still have about 18 minutes left in this race, and still haven't seen any major incidents where we can say, wow, you can't drive. But these guys are driving.
Zachary Lewis taking a look on John Santoro heading up towards roller coaster. This is the second group of cars after the lead group. Oh, a little bit of bumping going there. John Santoro able to keep it pointed in the right direction as Byron Hayes got a little bit, going too wide through here. It's Dakota Knapp going on the outside of Byron Hayes. Shout out to Dakota Knapp. He is the person who runs the Kansas City Race League, a really awesome guy. Got the 2 drivetrain motorsports of Byron Hayes and Jake Van Hees. Oh! Just as I said that Jake Van Hees and Michael Jamender got into it and went wide.
No, TJ, that didn't look too good.
That didn't, but we were trying to see if that comes up on the event log here. It's not calling that a crash. That's very interesting. But, yeah, these guys pushing as hard as they can. Avery Dickinson, back in 11th, he was up in that front group as he went wide. We're going to jump up to our leaders real quick just to check on what they're doing. Trying to get everyone who is in this race a little bit of screen time for donating to such an awesome cause. But we got to keep the action where, the medals are in contention here. We're up at the top of the order. Drake Smith still hanging on to first place. Joshua Soto and Kyle Robertson still right behind him, just waiting for an opportunity as we're closing in on the halfway point of this race.
Now, TJ, I think the most advantageous place to be on the final lap would actually be second place because of this long back straight. Wouldn't you think so?
I mean, yeah, if you're in first place, you can put good defensive moves on to keep that person behind you in second place. But I have a feeling with no damage and this being a charity race, I think these guys are going to go all out for it on that final lap. So, yeah, I think you're right. Being in second place, you get to choose where you attack. I think that might be the best place to be. These two just continue to bump draft one another up that front straightaway into turn 1.
They're trying to get away from Kyle Robertson right behind, but he's holding the gap in the draft.
Absolutely. Jumping back to Dakota Knapp. He's got Zach Lewis right ahead of him, with John Santoro ahead of Zach Lewis. Bring up the battle box here so we can see the gaps. Oh! Jump up to John here. Oh, gosh, he gets a little bit of wide there. John Santoro gets a little wide and a little bump there to Dakota. But Dakota keeps it pointed in the right direction. But now he's under attack from Michael Jamunder.
Now I'm looking at the tower here. Oh wow, they're getting side by side almost through the S's here.
Yep, you can do that in these cars, but it's going to slow you down. So if you wanted to attack the guy ahead of you or the group ahead of you, going side by side through there while possible, not ideal. As we see Byron Hayes taking a look, but not able to. He was taking a look on the outside there for a second, but he tucked back into line. Once again, we're going to jump up to our leaders, Josh Soto, Drake Smith, Kyle Robertson. This train of 3 cars, I mean, they're just kind of showing their chops. They are easily the top 3, not just in standings, but no mistakes from anyone, just absolutely blazing around this track. They're probably going to stay. We're past the halfway point now, 16 and a half minutes into this 30-minute session. Like Els said at the beginning of the broadcast, no pit stops, no damage. Should just be a straight fight on track, which is what we want to see. It's what the people want to see. We're going to jump back real quick to the Brooks brothers. So we got Oliver Brooks, who is currently in 14th position. His brother Kobe Brooks ahead of him, but Oliver under attack from Nelson Escobar right now for 14th position. Right on that rear bumper. Look at that. Nelson just pushing him down the front straight into the first corner here. Ooh, goes a little wide, and he's going to lose the position.
That's what happens when you're in the draft. You're pushing a little bit harder than you realize. You got to brake earlier and harder than you realize.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that you can do to discourage the guy that is in front of you. Is you can give them the bump draft, and that actually changes where their braking markers are because they're going faster. So absolutely unfortunate for him. Nelson now looking at Kobe Brooks here. He's now in a Brooks sandwich.
He's going to take it too wide, possibly through the S's.
Oh, yep, here we go.
Oh. Nope, just tucks back in.
Tried to make the move, but wasn't able to get it done. Behind him is Brad Jorgensen. Excuse me, Jorgensen. It was a hard J. I was so close on that last part of the... He's part of the Kansas City Racing League, and I said Jorgensen, and it's actually Jorgensen. He's trying to catch up to Oliver Brooks, currently in 16th position. Just real quick, jumping back up to our top 3. Still all within touch and distance of each other. We got 11 minutes left. They just finished lap 10, coming around the start-finish line. I think we are going to see some crazy fireworks on the final lap if it stays the way it is right now.
Absolutely, TJ. These guys at the front are some of the best drivers that we know. So we're definitely going to see some fireworks in the end. There's Dakota Knapp on the back bumper of Zach Lewis.
He is pushing him around turn 1 there. There's bump drafting, like, and then there's that.
Looks like he's bullying him a little bit. As he goes a little bit wide, Zach Lewis is going to hold the position.
Yeah, but Dakota Knapp is not far away. He's going to make sure he fills up his mirrors and make him think about, hey, where am I going to defend to keep Dakota behind me? So we're going to jump to someone we haven't seen yet. Tony Allison Jr. here, running an 18th right now from Auto Shot Spectrum Racing. He's got that Doughboy on the side of his car. Behind him, Brandon Berg from Savage Sim Racing. We know all about that crew. Real awesome group of guys there.
Absolutely.
Ishan Ambesta, part of the Drive Trainer Motorsports crew. And then Zachary Crabtree behind him. Jumping back up to our leaders really quick. Drake Smith still holding on, less than 10 minutes remaining in the session. As you see, all
Now,
3 cars take that curbing in through Hogpen there to get the most speed heading onto the front straight so they can get a run into turn 1. What were we going to say, Els?
I was going to say, I think Drake Smith might take it all the way home. He's got the freedom flag flying while he's flying, and look at him go. Joshua Soto might just be trying to be strategic to see if he can make a move in the later stages, like I said earlier. But Kyle Robertson, the racecraft king, will be able to do something in the end. I'm just waiting for it to happen, TJ.
Absolutely. Josh Soto, no stranger to podiums. Rays Esports, Champ Car Endurance Racing Series on iRacing. Usually up there in that top group with them. Drake Smith from Kansas City Racing League, usually up in the top there. And Kyle Robertson, usually up in the top for all 3 when he does them. So these 3 know each other well. They've raced with each other a lot. So that's one of the reasons why you see they're so close together. And no one really getting an advantage over the other is these guys. I mean, they're just in a class of their own right now. David Barkley also very quick, 4 seconds behind in that DLB Precision liveried car.
Now, I've received comms that Jeffrey Davis has been taken out of the race. I saw it on the tower earlier, didn't get to mention it. Apparently, there was an incident between him and I believe David Barkley. I don't know if you can bring that up, but it might be a little bit too late.
Well, we'll jump up to our leaders real quick as I take a look for that. All right, I have when Jeffrey went off track, so let's take a look at that real quick as they head down the start-finish straight with almost just over 7 minutes left in the session. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
David got into the back of him a little bit. Jeffrey got a little loose. David was right behind him, and around he went.
That's unfortunate for our driver, man.
Oh, my goodness. We were looking at that. Kyle Robertson taking a look. He got past Joshua Soto, and now he's challenging Drake Smith for the lead.
Kyle Robertson, you got to give it to him, man. He's the racecraft king. I can't even say it. Racecraft king. Say that 3 times.
Like I said, these 3 drivers, they like you said, Els, they're some of the best drivers that we know. So any one of them getting an advantage is a rare opportunity. So I'm not sure if Josh went a little wide. Oh my gosh, look how close together these 3 are as they going through the S's, heading up towards Oak Tree. This is insane.
Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Look at this. What's going to happen in the Oak Tree? We got Joshua on the outside. Kyle is going to defend it off, but is he going to get the exit to maintain his gap? Looks like.
Yep, for now, he maintains second position. Drake Smith going, guys, fight each other as much as you want. Takes the pressure off of me. We're closing in on 5.5 minutes left in this session. And the best, I think, is yet to come. So we're going to see what's happened. Just want to jump back. David Barkley side by side with Zach Lewis. Or excuse me, Jonathan Hartman. Jonathan Hartman comes out ahead of him in 4th position. So great move from Jonathan Hartman to take 4th position. David Barkley right behind him, getting ready to fight back. But now we are in the danger zone here. 5 minutes left in the session. Probably 2-ish, maybe 3 laps. Oh, okay. So Robertson taking a look up the inside into turn 1, but staying far enough back just to fill the mirrors of Drake Smith. Not making the move. Josh Soto taking a look on the inside here. And he's going to get the position back. I think that's where Kyle got the position in the first place, was in that corner. He took him up the inside. I think that's where Drake actually took first place, was at that same corner. So getting the inside in that corner, clearly an opportunity, not where I would pass, but definitely an opportunity for these guys, as we've seen it happen multiple times now.
No, I'm pretty sure Kyle Robertson is very eager to get around these guys in the front here. He's extremely fast, and I know Joshua and Drake are extreme. Look at them. I mean, look at them.
Yeah, so for our
Going
viewers,
through
if you are friends of any of the drivers here tonight, and they just sent you this link to take a look at what they were up to, this is a lot harder than it looks. And also to stay as fast as these guys are going, not easy to do at all. I know it's a Toyota GR86, but these guys are pushing these cars to the absolute limit, and especially around a track like this, where if you touch the grass, you're gone. These guys are just absolutely putting on a clinic.
That's 100% right, TJ. I can drive these GR86s. You can, but not like these guys.
No.
Not like these guys.
No, these guys are definitely at the top of the class, pretty much everywhere that they race, and they are showing why here tonight, as they are just absolutely thrashing it around. We got 3 minutes left in the session, so probably one more lap and then the white flag. And with how close these three are driving, I don't want to go away. If I go away, we might miss an overtake, and that is just, where are they going to do it? When is it going to happen? Is it going to be off of a mistake, or just a very, very daring move from one of these three?
I'm thinking it might be a daring move, because there's no mistakes really happening in the front here.
Yep, so far the overtakes that we've seen from this top three has been a solid move up the inside into that turn 3-4 complex. Oh my gosh, they are so close together going through the S's here.
I mean, doing that for 30 minutes, man? Come on now. That's tough stuff.
Excuse me. Yeah. No, these guys are absolutely thrashing these cars around. It's, oh my goodness. Holding it together, whenever you see them kind of pop out of line from each other, you know, they're trying to see, hey, is this line a little bit faster? Can I get an advantage exiting the corner? So anytime you see them kind of pop out of line from each other, you know, one of them is taking a look at one of the others to try to get by. And let me tell you, like I said, I've raced with all three of these guys. Oh, Josh Soto taking a look up the inside into roller coaster. Drake Smith's going to take back the lead. But once again, another daring move up into roller coaster. That's not a great place to pass as far as you or me, but these guys, twice now we've seen them try to do it. That is, and nothing bad happened from it. That's just so incredible from these guys. And I bet you they're having a blast too.
Nah, actually, Kyle Robertson is being smart here. He's pushing Joshua Soto into Drake Smith to get them to fight and possibly get a double overtake at some point. I think that's the strategy here.
I believe this is the white flag. Els, any way you can confirm with any of the drivers coming across the start-finish line? Maybe check with Ishan as he comes, see if he's taking the white flag.
I actually cannot. I don't have a notification.
This should be the final lap right now with 15 seconds left on the timer. This is the white flag. So the last opportunity for these drivers, last time going through the S's here. Let's see if a move is made for the win. And will it be epic, or will it end in tears? Going through Oak Tree for the final time onto that long final back straight. that's going to head up towards roller coaster. Let's see what happens. As we see them, they're a little bit more spaced out than they have been the last couple of laps.
We're definitely on white flag now. We got 0 on the timer.
Here we go, going through roller coaster for the final time. Oh, a little bit of touch in there from Josh on Drake, but nobody is around yet. Kyle Robertson tried to mount an attack there. Here we go, going through Hogpen for the final time. It's going to be a drag race to the finish here. I think it's going to stay exactly how it is. Drake Smith, Josh Soto, Kyle Robertson all finishing within a quarter second of each other. What a finish from them. David Barkley is going to come in 4th behind. Jonathan Hartman behind him. Avery Dickinson in 6th place. But he's under attack from Dakota Knapp. Who's going to get the win here? Dakota is going to take him by 0.03 of a second at the last second. Wow. That was a drag race to the finish. Holy cow. Jumping back to Devin Mayfield in 11th. Jake Van Hees right behind him. Brad Jorgensen was behind him in 13th. Kobe Brooks 14th. 15th is Nelson Escobar. You see some flash in there as they get through. Tony Allison, Oliver Brooks, and Brandon Berg. Brandon Berg coming around in a Savage Sim Racing car. Byron Hayes. Ishan is making his way around the final corner. And our final car on track is going to be Zachary Crabtree. So he's going through the roller coaster right now. Wow, what a finish from our top 3. I mean, inches between them. So close.
Bumper to bumper. Good stuff from the drivers here.
Absolutely. So we're going to bring up our race results here right after Zachary crosses the line. And you watched it happen live with the top 3. Just so wild how quick they were. So your race results for the first ever Wounded Warrior Project charity race hosted by Odyssey Motorsports TV. Drake Smith is going to take your win in the Heartland Autosport car. Josh Soto and Kyle Robertson right behind him. That's your top 3. David Barkley is going to be 4th place. Jonathan Hartman 5th place. Dakota Knapp 6th place. Avery Dickinson in 7th. Zach Lewis 8th. Michael Demender in 9th. 10th is John Santoro. 11th, Devin Mayfield. 12th, Jake Van Hees. 13th, Brad Jorgensen. 14th, Kobe Brooks. 15th, Nelson Escobar. 16th, Tony Allison Jr. 17th, Oliver Brooks. 18th is Brandon Berg. And then 19th is going to be Ishan Ambastha. 20th, Zachary Crabtree. 21st, Byron Hayes. 22nd, Jeffrey Davis. 23rd, Dennis Daniels. And that is our top 23 for the race tonight. So wow, that was exciting. Els, we got Josh Soto and Drake Smith and Kyle Robertson in the interview booth. We're going to bring them up real quick and have a post-race chat with them. We're going to start off with Drake Smith, our race winner. Drake, congratulations on your win in the first ever Odyssey Motorsports TV Wounded Warrior Project charity race. We were watching there at the end. The 3 of you guys were just putting on a clinic. This was absolutely incredible driving from you. How was it? Were you having a blast out there?
Oh yeah, it was fun. We were debriefing in the waiting for the interview channel, and Kyle couldn't have said it any better. He was mentioning that it's fun to race against just us 3. Just because we know we're predictable and we race fair and clean, and we don't try to make any egregious moves. So yeah, I was having a great time knowing that we were all going to stay within a couple tenths throughout the entire race, and it was a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. The three of you guys, within a quarter second of each other as you cross the line, Els and I were commenting. You guys race against each other relatively regularly, and you're some of the fastest drivers that we know personally. And it was just so much fun to watch you guys play chess at 130 miles an hour here in the GR86 around Virginia International Raceway. That move, and that was the 3-4 complex that you took on Josh to take the lead, ended up sealing the deal for you, and you just held on to it from there. um, I mean, how is it from your view, that move into first place?
My plan in the race was going to be taking a back seat and just basically relaxing until the last lap or two, where things kind of heat up, where the position actually matters, you know. But I noticed that mistake that he made left a lot more time on the table that I felt like I could grab that position, and it just made sense to go for it. I didn't have to go off of my normal line that much to go for it, so um, yeah, it was a surprising move that I didn't think would stick until the end of the race, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, it was a heck of a move, and it put you in first place. And between Josh and Kyle fighting each other to try to get up to you, you were able to hold on to it. So congratulations. I will get with you after the race, get your address, and we'll be sending out that first place medal. Congratulations. Any shout outs that you want to throw out tonight?
I just want to shout out the Odyssey Motorsports crew for throwing this event together. It's a really special opportunity to be a part of a race like this. There's leagues everywhere that you can join in, have fun, race um, you know, for anything, but to race for something like this is pretty special. So shout out to you guys for doing something like this.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you so much for the donation and for participating and for putting on a heck of a show. Drake, we'll see you on Kansas City Racing League on Tuesday night. Thank you for joining us tonight, and congratulations once again.
Sounds good. Thank you guys.
All right, that was your race winner, Drake Smith. We're going to bring in Josh Soto. Els, take it away.
Joshua Soto, how are we doing tonight? Congratulations on your second place podium on the WWP charity race by Odyssey Motorsport. How are we doing? How was that race?
Oh man, I'm doing great. Yeah, that race was really fun. Yeah, it was very interesting trying to trying to get the win at the end, but yeah, I mean it was very fun. Everybody was racing very clean, so very enjoyable race.
Absolutely a clean race from the front to the back. I would say so. Was there any part of the track that was really the challenge for you tonight?
Yeah, I'd say coming out of Oak Tree, especially out on the last lap, I messed up my exit and I just didn't have the enough speed to be able to make the pass. But yeah, Oak Tree's a difficult one, and then probably turn 3-ish. But yeah, I mean this track is awesome. There's always tons of great racing that happens here.
Absolutely. That's why we chose it. We love the GR86s and we love VIR. But if you could make any changes to this particular race, as far as on our side, what would you pick?
Uh,
Longer, shorter?
I think the amount of time was pretty good. I'd probably add maybe a heat race, but I mean I mean for the most part I think the race was pretty good. I have no complaints.
Absolutely. And is there any shout outs that you wanted to give?
Oh yeah, of course. Yes. First, I would like to thank Odyssey Motorsports for putting on this event and the Wounded Warriors project. Uh, for the charity. It's a really great charity. And I also like to thank my sponsor, Academy Sim Racing, and my friends and my family.
Absolutely, Joshua. Thank you for coming out and donating and showing us your skills tonight. We appreciate you and thank you for the shout out as well. You have a wonderful night, and we will be sending you your second place medal and participation certificate very soon. Just get with TJ Yankee at the end.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
All right, that was Josh Soto, your second place finisher tonight. We're going to bring in Kyle Robertson, third place finisher. Kyle Robertson, congratulations on the third place. We watched that fight with you, Josh, and Drake up at the front pretty much the whole race. How was it racing with these two for the whole half hour?
It was a lot of fun. I was telling Drake and Josh before, is I race against them a lot, so I kind of know how they are, which is nice, especially in things like this, because you saw how close we were. So I was able to pull off a couple moves and understand that we're gonna give each other, fair spacing at the end of the day. So I kind of appreciated that with them.
Yeah, Els and I commented a number of times that basically the three of you probably some of the fastest people that we personally know on the service, and we were talking about how close you guys were for the entirety of the race. A couple switch back and forth between you and Josh there towards the second half, and we just commented. I bet they're having an absolute blast. But any parts of we saw you take Josh into, I think it was turn 3 or 4. That's where actually Drake took Josh for the lead. Was that like one of the best places to try to overtake there, or is it only if they made a mistake that you were able to?
I think it's more so if you show the nose and you have the run, then it's a little bit easier to make that corner. Because when I saw Josh poking his nose in there, it was more like if we fight here, Drake could be gone. So I was like, you know what? Let me just tuck in behind Josh and let's not waste time here.
Sure. So third place, nothing to sneeze at here, with especially with Drake Smith and Josh Soto being like I said, some of the top drivers that Els and I personally know. You're absolutely a part of that group. Any shout outs that you want to throw out tonight?
I want to shout out you guys, Els, TJ, Odyssey Motorsport, my drive trainer brothers. Like, this is amazing what you guys got going on here. This was a great race for a great cause. You guys raised a lot of money. It's amazing. I'm really really happy to see you guys blossoming into this. I got to shout out also, the team Drive Trainer Motorsport. You guys know how it is over there. We just, I guess what's the saying is steel sharpens steel. Like, we all will work together to make each other faster, and it's pretty awesome. And yeah, I guess shout out Drake and Josh for the fun races, because I love racing against those guys. Eventually I'll beat them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the shout out, and to everyone over at Drive Trainer Motorsports as well. A huge participation from that group in this race tonight. Congrats on your third place. I'll get with you after the race to get your address, and we'll send you out that third place medal along with a couple other things as well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for your donation, and we hope that you had fun, man.
Thank you guys so much. Looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Carl.
All right, so that is your top 3. We are going to go back to lap 1, and we are going to take a look at our liveries. So we'll go back to lap 1. We are going to pause it here. Take some of the things off the screen here. Go to empty, and Els, why don't we look at our livery contest entries, and we'll go with that. We're going to start with Richard Sidursky. I actually don't see him on there. Is Richard Sidursky a part of the... Did he join the race?
I actually don't see him on my SDK either. I don't think he joined the race.
Okay, well, we will move on to the next, Avery Dickinson. So Avery Dickinson here in
Avery Dickinson. I like this livery.
All right,
what do you think, TJ?
Let's walk it through so you can see the behind, you can see the front. See if we can move this over. And we'll actually jump to the right here. Back to TV1 here, and we'll just play it a little bit so you can see a little bit of the angles here. So this is Avery Dickinson. He's got the camo going on.
camo with a silver stripe, looking rather spiffy. I like to use that word spiffy for like proper. Placement of the decals look proper. I think it's a pretty decent livery. We got Odyssey Motorsport on there showing love. Wounded Warrior Project showing love. So, and all of his sponsors on there as well, and American flag. So we definitely have a patriotic livery here.
Yep, he is on theme. I think a pretty clean, solid look, representing the Wounded Warrior Foundation, or the Wounded Warrior Project, I should say. A solid start here in our livery contest. So we're going to jump to Jonathan Hartman, who's actually right behind him, in the black with the chrome here, with the mouth opening there at the front. Els, walk us through it.
Well, he's got the American flag with almost looks like a black kind of matte American flag. Very cool little detail right there. And he has the mouth. I don't know what they call that. I don't recall what they call the mouth in the military. It's just crossed my. It's just not hitting my mind right now. But it's a very beautiful livery. Very simplistic design. Very elegant in its placement, as far as it's just simplistic is sometimes the best way to go.
Yep, I do really like that American flag that goes across the hood and the roof of the car. A good look. Like I said, the mouth on the side. Awesome. Shout out to the Air Force has always been known to put those, especially on the A-10 Warthogs. So very common to see that. So I think a solid second entry here. We're going to jump to Josh Soto. We're going to speed this up a little bit so the camera will zoom in, as obviously we watched Josh Soto a bunch. So he also has the mouth there. Wounded Warrior Project on the side. Go ahead, Els.
Yeah, it's basically a warplane in Toyota form. It looks rather pleasing with the browns and the rusted color with the red, that he managed to make that all work. It ties in very well. I like the way that one looks. And the star on this, it's just and then the way he put the Wounded Warrior at an angle like that, I like it. I like it. Definitely.
I don't know if you see that on the front. He's got the Odyssey Motorsport TV logo on there as well, and on the rear,
right.
and on the rear wing. So yeah, another solid livery so far. We're looking really good. I think he's even got the rivets on there, so it looks just like you said, like a warplane. It's got the rivet look for the panels.
Detailed. Like, he put detail and time into it, and good placement. You know, I actually make liveries myself, and I know it takes a lot of time to just even put something in the right spot. So shout out to Joshua Soto for that one.
Absolutely. So we're going to move on to our next Brandon Berg here. So Brandon Berg, he's got the Wounded Warrior on the front hood. He's representing his race team, Savage Sim Racing. He's got the Odyssey Motorsport logo on his rear end plate there. Very nice splash of purple there along the side.
Actually very tasteful purple, showing his team colors with the SSR Savage Sim Racing on the side. Then he also has the WWP on the front. Very good touch, like kind of bringing both his racing and what he's doing at the same time. So it's a good collaboration, I would say. So definitely a nice looking livery there.
Yep, I'd have to agree with you. And then moving on to our next, Dakota Knapp. So Dakota Knapp runs Kansas City Racing League. So we're going to jump to Dakota here. So he's got the, I think that's called the digital camo there. He's got Wounded Warrior on the side. Ducky Metric, which is his social, DLB Precision sponsor. He's got a whole bunch of stuff going on there. Els, talk us through it.
I can't see it. It's camouflage. I'm just kidding. No, it's pretty standard. I would say standard. Definitely
standard issue.
Standard issue. Yeah, standard issue. Digital camo. You know, just a good touch, showing love to to the soldiers and our veterans, and just good placement of decals and pretty solid livery, and he has the flower on top. I don't know what that represents. Do you
So
know?
that's the Heartland Autosport sunflower that he runs with his team, Heartland Autosport, when they do special events, and so that's a shout out to his team. But
Okay.
yeah. So again, another solid, pretty great livery so far. We're gonna move on to the next, Brad Jorgensen.
Ooh,
Let's get a better view.
is that him
of
with the
that.
KCRL?
Give me 1 second. We'll see here. So that is going to be him right there. He's got the Wounded Warrior on. He's got the Purple Heart on the side. KCRL on the back, just as you said. For Kansas City Racing League. Walk us through it, Els.
Now, the navy blue is a pretty interesting choice as a base color. I got to give it to him for that, because he contrasted that with the red stripe. So basically a red, white, and blue type of dark version of it, with the Purple Heart on the side, showing love to the Wounded Warriors. That's a good composition of stuff. I bet you there's more details that we can't even see in this camera view, but I believe that that's pretty cool. Like, I can only believe that.
No, it's a great looking car. Like I said, Wounded Warrior on the hood. You got the Purple Heart on the side, surrounded by the stars. Shouting out his league that he's a part of, Kansas City Racing League, on the back bumper. I like the simplistic nature of it as well. Pretty good looking livery. All right, so we got one more after this, unless you had something else to add, Els.
No, there's also I think there's seals on the front, or the seals of the military on the front. That's just a detail I wanted to throw in there. I just saw that as he was going through, I think it's 4A or 5A or something like that.
Let's see if I can get that rear chase, because that is one of the one that is. They have a rear chase. Yeah, and you can see that right there on either side of the hood. You got the different armed service branches there, and as you can see now, there's a whole bunch of details. It looks like I'm not sure if that's a flower or feathers that has the stars and stripes on it. You see that on the hood?
I see the stars and stripes, but I'm not seeing feathers. I'm not fully understanding.
Yeah, around the stars and stripes, there are there's blue, and then there's red, and on the right side of the hood, you can kind of see there.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of detail on this car. So, Brad, nicely done, sir. So we're going to move on to our very last one, which is a Zachary Crabtree. So, is it Control R is a refresh?
Yes, I believe it's Control R.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see if that refreshes it.
May have loaded it after he got into the session.
I hit Control R. I'm seeing the stock livery on you, Brad, or sorry, Zachary. So this is the stock iRacing livery. So I'm maybe he forgot to load it. It's unfortunate, because we love to see the creativity of these drivers, and they've been so awesome so far. Try Control refresh real quick again. Let me play. Yeah, I'm not getting it to reload in, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get Trading Paints to reload in real quick. See if that helps.
It might be because you're on replay.
It should still.
You may have to hit live. Should?
Well, if I hit live, the race is over, unfortunately. But here we go.
That's true. Oh, there you go. It's reloading.
Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, if you pull up Trading Paints, it should update it. So that's what I did, is I just reloaded it. It should load here in a second, and then we will be able to see it once it goes from white to whatever his livery is. We'll be able to see what's going on with it. Just give iRacing a second here.
Oh. He's back.
Come on, Trading Paints. I believe in you.
He may have forgotten to put it on his car. but we want to thank him for his efforts. He did submit a couple photos, but I don't think we're going to be able to show them.
You know what? Give me 1 second. I might be able to do that at the very least, so we can, get his
Creativity out.
creativity out. Let's go here. Go back. All right, here we go. This is the best we could do for right now. So he's got an anime theme with a welder helmet, clearly American flag there on the front. So pretty solid livery. Wish it would have been able to load in session so we could see it live going around like the other liveries, because that just makes it look way cooler to me. What do you think, Els?
Definitely. It's a good livery. We have red, white, and blue lightning, which is rather interesting choice. Definitely patriotic in that sense. It makes me think of America is electrifying for like, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, the American flag is a good touch. WWP on the top is a good touch. Solid livery all the way around. I got to give it to him.
All right. Well, that is all the entries for our livery contest. So now it comes down to who the winner is going to be. Els, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Now, do you mean final few? Is that what you're trying to say, TJ?
No, just final thoughts. With that was all the entries in the livery contest. Any ones that you really stood out to you?
Now, the ones that stood out to me, I got to give it up to Joshua Soda. That one with the red and the browns and the warplane looking, that's a good one. Very good looking one. I got to give it up to Dakota Knapp with the just the simplistic digital design right here. And then I also want to give it up to Brad Jorgensen. I think that's how you say it. Now I'm like, now I don't know how to say his name because he made a message saying that's how you say my name, and I don't even remember how I said his name, but I think I'm saying it right.
Jorgensen is correct.
Yes, Jorgensen. I really like this livery as well. Unfortunate incident here in front of us.
All right, so now
those are my final three.
Yeah, with that being said, now it is time for, we're going to click on LaShawn Young Dilworth, so we're off the screen real quick. It is time to announce our winner of the first ever Wounded Warrior Project Odyssey Motorsport TV charity race livery contest, and our winner is going to be Joshua Soto for the warplane livery with the Wounded Warrior Odyssey Motorsport TV, and just really cool details with the rivets and everything like that. Absolutely awesome. He is going to be our winner for that livery contest. He will be getting a Wounded Warrior Project cooler from a Wounded Warrior. So congratulations to him and his livery chop, making just awesome looking car.
Awesome looking car. I agree with your choice, TJ. I left it up to you because I don't know which one would have been the best, but I believe that's a good choice. Definitely a solid livery, got details representing the theme, and just a solid livery for the GR86. I would run it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Josh Soto, second place in the race, and he is our livery contest winner. Thank you to all the livery contest entries. They were absolutely awesome. Always tough to choose a winner. But I think Josh Soto just edged out a couple of the others. But that is going to be pretty much our broadcast for tonight. So we want to thank every one of the drivers and everyone who donated who wasn't driving tonight for taking part and making this such a successful fundraising event. I had a blast. I was so excited for this event to come up. Els, I know you were too. And now that it is over, I am actually looking forward to doing another one. All the drivers said that they had a great time as well. So just fantastic. Absolutely blew my expectations out of the water. But any final thoughts, Els, before we close it out for tonight?
I want to say thank you, TJ, for putting this in my head, getting me to help you do it, and we're both doing something now, and it's something that actually matters. We're actually making a small difference in the big pool of everything, but it is a difference. So want to thank TJ for that. And And I want to thank all the drivers for coming out and showing the support that they did. And I'm just like taken aback, just like, wow, I didn't expect to be, this proud of iRacing in all reality. But it's a community, it's a team drive, even though we're on separate team. It's at the end of the day, we're pretty much a team helping out the WWP in a sense, and we did it together, TJ. And I feel good. I know you probably feel good. I'm excited still, and I can't wait to sit down and make some participation certificates and get the medals all sorted out for these guys because they deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, with this being such a huge success, we're going to be a lookout for other charities, and we will be putting on another charity race sometime in the near future. Don't worry, we will announce that with plenty of time for as many people as possible to join. Just wanted to mention one more time our event sponsor, Roush Performance. So everyone in the top 10, we will reach out to you for your addresses. You will get a nice merchandise package from Roush Performance, which includes sunglasses, Roush Performance Clicky Top pen, calendar, sticker pack, and a coffee cup. So we will be sending those out later this week once we get everyone's addresses. So thank you to Roush Performance for that. And just as Elle said, thank you so much to all the drivers, everyone who helped make this possible and spread the word and got such a great group of guys together and put on a heck of a show for a great cause. So with that being said, that's going to conclude our broadcast for this evening. A huge thanks to all the drivers and those who donated to make this such a successful fundraising event. And thanks to Roush Performance Products for the swag care package. We will see a lot of these drivers in the next coming weeks in the races that we are broadcasting for them in their leagues. And we hope to see you guys in a few months for the next charity race on Odyssey Motorsports TV.